Evening, folks. Brian here at Geomagnetic Earthwatch on Saturday, December 17th, 2022 on our planet. So I'm going to get into doing daily briefs at the end of the evening, just going through very briefly each area that I monitor daily. So let's get into it, starting with our earthquakes. I'm not going to go through every single earthquake here. Only a few of note. We still have some activity moving into Krakatoa. Anak, still having some temper tantrums. There is a progression of earthquakes from the subduction zone moving inland, continuing into the Flora Sea, where we commonly have deep earthquakes. We'll watch those tomorrow unless something happens tonight. 5.6 off the coast of Japan, shallow. So this is a rare location earthquake. Shallow 5, close to Funchal, which is actually a volcanic island. And also close to Canary Islands, La Palma. The last one we're going to look at is a couple of minor ones in San Francisco earlier today. Shallow 3.9 and 3.6 in a park area. So if you were out walking Fido around, I'm sure he felt it. I'm sure you felt it. Couple of very moderate earthquakes, San Francisco. No fear porn here. Staying on seismic for a moment. Pacific Northwest Seismic Network. Tremors, only 76. Not even worth reporting. Magnitudes are low, most below 1. Northern California and near Medford. So we will expect some very small earthquakes here on the Mendocino Ridge. In fact, it would be favorable to see some small seismic release of the energy here rather than here. And again, these are only vibrations. Tremors are only vibrations as the Pacific plate is sliding underneath the continental plate. Let's get into just the Black Sea. I hope my music's not too loud. I find it inspiring. So I covered this before. You see how equally spaced these are? Strange, isn't it? Just like all of these chemtrails. And again, only in this region of the heat signature. And of course, as I've shown you before, at the Russian-Turkish gas pipeline. And we're going to discuss it no further and just leave that there. Let's go to our jet streams very briefly. Antarctica. No, I don't think it is. I'll check tomorrow. And our fastest speed jet stream is about 375 kilometers per hour. Let's check another feature here for a moment. Total precipitable water. This is the time of the year in Indonesia region where they have excessive rainfall. I am going to mention something, however. Every 11 years, Indonesia goes through catastrophic flooding events. I'm talking about water levels 12, 15 feet high, completely submerging their homes. If you were to bring up the years of the catastrophic flooding events in Indonesia, every single one occurs during solar minimums, when the sun's heliosphere drops, weakens, puts more pressure on our magnetosphere, allowing more cosmic ray penetration and increased cloud nucleation, water droplets. Every single catastrophic flooding event, and it really saddens my heart that they don't recognize this. If they did, they could be better prepared. Now, that's part of their life. They live it, just like with the earthquakes and volcanic eruptions and major landslides. It's very, very unfortunate. But again, they're going to be into their rainy season. Indonesia has 2 seasons: warm, dry, and warm, wet. I was there during the warm, wet season. Anyway, a little bit of history there. That buoy has reset, so it's still there. Our magnetopause. Now, our solar winds are low, average of 350 kilometers per second. That is reasonably low. However, it's still taking a bit of a pounding. And again, Anak, child of Krakatoa, just a little temper tantrum. However, with these earthquakes moving in, there's a possibility of a moderate eruption. That's it for now, folks. Have a good evening. See you tomorrow morning.